Hey, what's up? It's Eric.Tishaw, writer of the Red Horse of the Book of Revelation. And today I'm going to be teaching on the symbolism of the cross. The cross that Jesus died on to pay the price for our sin and iniquity. The symbolism of the cross is this. Jesus' hands and feet were nailed to the cross. His hands and his feet. The symbolism there is the works of our hands and the path of our feet. God was setting an example through Jesus, and Jesus was setting the perfect example for us of hands and feet being nailed to a cross. Nailed to a cross, nailed to wood, what that means is he didn't go his own way. He didn't decide for himself what works that he did with his hands. He said two very important things. He said many things, but these, as it relates to this conversation, I must be about my Father's business. That means I go where he says go, and I do what he says do. Hands and feet. If we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus, that means we submit them to our Father and get his decisions, not our own. Jesus said, I only do what I hear my Father saying. Go do. I only say what I hear my Father saying, say. His every decision came from the Lord, his Father, setting the perfect example for us. So, we, like Jesus, should put ourselves on a cross, symbolically, and say, Father, I put myself on a cross, and I give you the works of my hands and the path of my feet. And I don't make the decision for myself. Rather, I turn it over to you. I lay my life down as a living sacrifice. Romans 12, 1 through 2 is what I want to talk about in this video. I beg you, Paul said, I beg you, present your bodies, your hands and your feet, as a living sacrifice. The same thing Jesus did. The same thing the apostles modeled. I beg you, present your bodies as a living sacrifice. That means you don't make your own decisions. A living sacrifice, that's holy. That means it's the right way. Acceptable. That means it's pleasing to God. Which is your reasonable service. It's our reasonable service to present our bodies as a living sacrifice and say, I no longer make my own decisions. That's called laying down your life. Why should we do it? Because we don't want to walk the same way we walked before. We don't want to be conformed to this world, but we want to be transformed. We want to be renewed in our thinking, renewed in our mind. Don't be conformed to this world and walk the way the world walks, the way we walked before, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, walking in the new way, so we can prove the good and acceptable will of God. So it should be a foregone conclusion that we know what the will of God is. Why? Because we get with him every day to find out what it is. We can prove it. Somebody says, hey, are you living the will of God? The good and acceptable will of God. Yes, I am. Well, how do you know? Because I've gotten his decisions at every step of the way. And I can prove the will of God in my life if someone asks or wants to talk about it. How do we prove it? Every day. We're walking in newness of life. So to wrap it up, what gets in the way? If you're watching this video, you might have already kind of felt it. Like if I'm getting somebody else's, I'm getting God's decisions. Like, what could happen? That's right. We have a boss. We no longer are our own. We were bought at a price, a high price. The Bible says you are no longer your own. We are the property of the Most High God. What gets in the way? I've talked about this and I keep repeating it. The cares of the world, the deceitfulness of riches, and the desires for other things other than God and Jesus. That's what gets in the way. And ultimately what it comes down to, what's the real problem? Selfishness and self-righteousness. Selfishness, if you'll remember from a previous video, selfishness is, I want what I want. Self-righteousness is, I know the right way to go get it. And we do not. We need to change our own heart. We need to change our own desires. The heart that is deceptively wicked. We need to change our own desires and say, I don't want what I want. I want what you want, Father. I don't know the right way. Only you do. Jesus said the exact same thing. I only do what I see my Father doing. I only say what I hear my Father saying. And I must be about his business. It's up to us to seek first his righteousness, our Father's righteousness, and then all of these things will be added to us. I'm the rider of the red horse of the book of Revelation. My name is Eric.Tishaw. Thanks for watching. And I have a GoFundMe account set up to help with ministry expenses. Your help is much needed and appreciated, and the link is in the notes below. Please share this message as much as you can so we can help more people together. And don't forget to like the videos, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Have a great day.